when I was making my plan, it actually wasn't like I didn't sit down and say, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do. I was just trying different things. So after I tried the weight loss products, after I tried different things, I was like, okay, why don't I try things that are going to help improve my mental health as well as my physical health?
Welcome to Reclamation, the podcast where conversations meet practical insights, guiding you through the maze of behavioral science to empower better public health outcomes. With a passion for bridging the gap between medicine, psychology, and sociology, Tabo brings a unique perspective to every episode. Get ready to reclaim your understanding of health and behavior. This is Reclamation.
Welcome to another episode, this week's episode of Reclamation. I am so excited here because I have a lovely lady seated in front of me that I haven't seen in almost 2 years. Yeah, it should be 2 years, and she's looking amazing. She's looking awesome. I actually wish this was video so that you guys could actually see her. But yes, I have Namatama Lubinda, who is a medical licensed psychiatrist. She's a weight loss coach and she's a mental health activist. She's amongst the most, she's probably the most influential mental health activist we have in Zambia. Welcome, Namatama, welcome.
Thank you, Tao. Those vibes, I'm even feeling shy.
Energy. Can you match my energy?
I'm failing to talk now.
So yeah, thank you for taking the time to come here. I know you've been so busy. I've been reaching out for a while and you're not feeling well. But yeah, I'm glad you took the time to come here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So you've been doing so well. Your body's looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
Where do I start?
What happened? Because the last time I saw you, you were still just as pretty, but you were slightly bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, so I lost weight. Okay, so when I was bigger, I experienced a lot of body shaming. And many people think that's what motivated me to lose weight.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
So I thought so too. Okay.
No, not at all. The body shaming didn't bring anything positive to me, really. It didn't, because initially the weight gain came, I would say, due to depression. Well, that's what my psychiatrist said when I just started gaining weight in 2020. That it was because of the depression. And so the body shaming just made the depression worse, which made the weight gain even worse. So my motivation for losing weight was the love that I developed for myself. Initially, I enjoyed being big. But then the more that people spoke about me being big, I started to hate being big. I can't really say I ever hated myself.
Yeah.
Because I still loved myself and still saw myself as beautiful, but I just didn't like being big.
Okay, so allow me to cut you off first. Because I know people are wondering when you say you gained weight because of depression. How? Like, what do you mean because of depression? As some of the people living with depression gain weight, they automatically gain weight. Like, how exactly did that lead to your weight gain?
So there are different factors that may lead to people with depression gaining weight. Although what we see most of the time is people losing weight, right? So when you are living with depression, especially if it's clinical depression, it can have an effect on your metabolism. It can have an effect on your appetite. So it can either make you eat way less or eat way more. And in other instances, the person may not even be eating that much, but because their metabolism is so slow, they end up gaining weight from even the little that they eat.
Okay, that makes sense. So what do you think happened to you? Were you eating more, or was your metabolism just messed up?
I think it started with my metabolism being messed up, because initially I wasn't really like a foodie like that.
Yeah.
But then the more depressed I became, I started stress eating. And I would like anytime that I would be sad, I would go for milkshakes. And for me, that was therapeutic. And I even used to just...
It was an escape, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that those milkshakes were adding... Yes. So due to the weight gain, I started developing physical health complications. So I had borderline high cholesterol. I was even diagnosed with hyperthyroidism at some point. I had issues with pneumonia. I know it doesn't seem like there's a connection between pneumonia and weight gain, but then if you have more fat, right, or more body mass, your lungs have to work harder.
Look at you schooling us.
Oh, yes. So you have to know that, hey, she has a degree.
I know. The degree is working. Show us.
Yes. So your heart and your lungs have to work extra hard to produce more oxygen. So because I already had COVID pneumonia at some point, like it was terrible. And so after that, I had recurrent pneumonia about 5 times within a year, you can imagine. So I had all these issues there, even some other issues that I think if I mention all of them now,
We'll
it
be
will
here
like,
the whole day.
Yes.
Like, what was wrong with her?
Exactly. So I decided I love myself enough to get myself healthy. So for me, it wasn't much about the way I would look, but the way that my body would feel and function.
Okay. Nice. That was really nice. I had no idea. And I think a lot of us always thought it's because of what you went through on the Date My Family show and all that. But it's actually encouraging that you did it for yourself, which is very important. It's like intrinsic motivation. Eh?
Yes. When I tried to do it because of body shaming, it just got worse. And I would start my jogs, and in the middle of a jog, I get angry at a comment that someone passed and like, I'm jogging just to impress that person. I've stopped, and I'll stop jogging for like 2 weeks, and then I get back. But then when I said, this is for my own good, I was on with everything.
Okay. So I know we always say motivation really isn't enough to keep you going a lot of times, but would you say doing it for the right reasons helped, like the intrinsic motivation because you were the one who actually wanted it and not validation from other people? Did that help you stay consistent with the journey when you decided this is what you wanted to do now?
Definitely. Because as with all things, I mean, if you choose, for example, a university program for yourself, right? No matter how hard it is, you wake up to study. But if it's your parents that chose it for you, you will not have the discipline to do it, to keep going. But then because I did it for myself, I actually enjoyed the process, and I'm still enjoying the process. I'm still making the summer body.
You
ain't
like,
seen
I
nothing
thought we're
yet.
reached.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion vibes.
You're getting there. Wow. Okay. That's actually interesting to hear. But what other ways have you managed to stay consistent, especially because you were still dealing with your mental challenges, your mental illness, you still had your depression that you had to live with. So how have you managed to stay consistent? How did you manage to stay consistent? How much have you lost?
I don't remember the last time I checked my weight, but the last time I checked my weight, I think that was like a month ago, I was at 60 kgs and my starting weight was 87.
Over 20 kgs?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to tell us. So how did you stay?
Kgs.
Yeah. So how did you actually stay consistent even when, because I know when you're living with depression, sometimes you just do not feel like engaging in any activity, even if you actually know the benefit and understand it. That's why I always keep repeating and saying today, it's one thing to know, but it's like the gap between the knowledge and the action. How are you making sure? Because I know you needed to do a lot of lifestyle modification with the working out, the diet. How did you go about that whilst you managing your depression?
So on the aspect of health, right? The mental health aspect was also a huge factor. So when I was making my plan, it actually wasn't like I didn't sit down and say, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do. I was just trying different things. So after I tried the weight loss products, after I tried different things, I was like, okay, why don't I try things that are going to help improve my mental health as well as my physical health, Yeah. So I know that exercise is one of those things. So whenever I would feel lazy, I still have those days when I feel lazy, and I tell myself, you'll feel better after this. A jog a day keeps the depression away. Like the hardest part about anything is starting. So I always just get myself to start. And even when I skip, because I'm human, we are bound to fall short of the glory of
Yeah.
of God and ourselves anyway. So even on the days when I don't necessarily do what I'm supposed to do, I do a mini version of it. So if I was supposed to say jog for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
I skip rope for 5 minutes so that I
Okay.
still feel
So it's an
accomplished.
alternative. At least you didn't do nothing.
Yes. And so my body also has registered that, okay, she's exercised, that dopamine has spiked.
Yeah.
And yay, hooray, Tama. Yeah. And
Nice.
also on the aspect of food, because that's something that I've also really used to help with my weight loss and getting more fit. Because I live alone, it's easy. I just decided to get rid of everything that wasn't good for me and just started buying more of what's good for me. So I'd buy like vegetables in excess
Yeah.
so that I'm forced to cook
Actually cook
those
them
vegetables.
because it's the only thing you have in the house.
Yes.
Okay. Then what about for us who are not living alone and you have family? How would you advise us to go about that? Because that was at least, it was helping you. But then for other people who are living around people and they are having all this carbs and fatty foods and all that, like, have you thought about that? Like, what ways would you?
Yes. So my weight loss program is actually tailored to Zambian lifestyle, Zambian diet. So it comes with a meal plan that includes food like nshima, your everyday food, right? The only difference is the way the food is portioned. So if you are eating with your family, right, and you have nshima, you should just portion your food accordingly. So 50% of your plate should be filled with vegetables. So if you're eating shima, probably you'd need to cook 2 or 3 vegetables.
Yeah.
And then 30% protein and then 20% the carb. So the people in my group don't eat more than 1.5 lumps of shima. But they still get full
Okay.
with the veggies.
Okay.
You should try it.
I will.
Especially if it's roller meal. Roller ikutisa.
Oh, yeah. I have no problem with roller. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're not getting rid of the shima because I see a lot of diet plans whereby you cut the carbs completely and...
So we don't really get rid of anything. The only thing I can say that we probably get rid of is sugar, but that's also optional. You can just reduce your sugar intake to, negligible amounts.
Yeah.
But we don't really get rid of anything. Carbs are also important. When you take out carbs, then
Yeah.
you're causing imbalance to the body. And also, Zambians eat nshima almost every day, right? So if I'm to put them on a plan that excludes nshima,
It's going to be you're setting them up for failure.
Yes. And also, when they are done with the 6-week program, they'll go back to eating nshima and gain weight even more. So if I can just teach them how to eat what they already love.
So it's also about making it sustainable for the clients and for yourself as well.
Yes.
Okay. So earlier you mentioned that you discovered that you turned to foods such as milkshakes and others for comfort. How are you dealing with that now? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are having mental health challenges and would want to achieve a certain goal, but then what is standing in between them is the vice that they found themselves in that is providing them with comfort or a coping or an escape. So like the food, because you were turning to food. For that, how did you, was it automatic? Like once you decided to say, I want to lose weight, did you stop wanting to have the milkshakes that you used to have? Like, how did that happen? How'd you go through that? What would you advise?
Okay. So when I decided to improve my health, one aspect that I did not leave out was my financial health. So how that helped me was I constantly think of ways in which I can get what I want without spending money or spending minimum money. So I make my own shakes at home.
That's really smart.
Yeah, thank you. So I mix like different fruits and actually make my own protein shakes at home. Yes, I can even give you a quick recipe. Like
Come on, give us.
It's simple. So for the average Zambian, protein shakes are very expensive.
They are.
But what's in them is literally soya. So if you are not allergic to soya, you can get that soya porridge that they sell. The same cheap one. And then use milk and put your favorite fruits. I usually use banana as a base because it makes everything nice. I love bananas. So yeah, just mix those things. One thing that I also put in almost every shake is mawuyu. So the pulp from mawuyu, and also I boil the covers and extract that tea. So that helps to boost the immune system, and it also helps with weight loss. It also helps with suppressing your appetite and making your body warm. I think everybody needs a warm body.
I have so much to say about that. Zambians' obsession with warm bodies, the women. But yeah, we will not talk about that. But makes your body warm, which is a plus, I guess.
It kills viruses.
Okay. What viruses?
Flu.
The influenza that almost took you out a few days ago.
Yes, and I killed it with mawuyu.
With the mawuyu.
Yes,
Okay, that's actually good to know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Noted. We'll try that out.
Yeah, like mawuyu has about 10 times as much vitamin C than oranges. Did you know that?
I didn't.
You do.
Wow, now I do. Glad you came.
Become a mawuyu girl.
Where'd you find them?
The markets.
They are there? Okay, I think it's because I'm never looking for them. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all over in the markets. Yeah.
Okay. So, with your combined experience of actually wanting to lose, actually before we go there, after you have managed to lose weight, would you say you've reached your goal? Was this the ultimate goal? Like when you were beginning this journey, what was your vision of the end looking like?
I think I've actually gone beyond my goal because...
Wow.
Yeah, initially my goal was 65 kgs because that's what seemed healthy for my BMI and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then now I'm at 60 and I didn't expect myself to be this happy. I knew that I would be happy, but I've never been this happy in my life. Like I'm living my best life and wondering like, so there are people who are happy like this. Jesus. Because also, it's also been a spiritual journey. Initially, I would try to lose weight on my own. And at some point, I just gave up and said, Jesus, I know you care about my feelings. So please help me to get healthy. I know that, you are Jehovah Rapha. You are the healer. So even when I feel like I can't do it, please, you help me do it, So through this journey, I've also really gotten closer to God, especially because most of the people around me were body shamers. Like even the people that I thought I could run to were just not there. So it was an issue of, okay, it's just me and God, because even when I would say, guys, you see me next year, you won't be able to touch me. So, Paul be like, now, but they're the same ones who are now, green, can I take you out for lunch? No, I am on a weight loss program.
Yeah, speaking of that, how do you navigate that? Because it's easy when you have control over your environment at home, but then like dates, how are you making your orders of food? Because these are things that are around us and you've set a goal that you want to do this. At home, it's all good because you're in control. But then there are times where you go out, maybe you even visit another town for a weekend or the whole week. And how do you go about that when you're forced to actually have to order food and not be the one to prepare it?
It all goes down to portioning. So if I go to a restaurant, I'll order a huge salad and a normal meal on the side. So because I know I can't tell them, give me half of the chicken and stuff. So I just portion it like that. So usually for me, one meal turns out to be 2 meals because of the portion of the salad. By the time I'm getting to the other things, I'm already kind of full.
Nice. That's actually interesting to hear, because I remember someone saying like expensive and fancy hotels, when they have buffets, they usually start with the salads deliberately as compared to the cheaper places, which would start with the actual carbs and the proteins. So it's like they start with the salads as you're going to serve. I don't know if you've observed it. I'm not sure. I've observed it twice. Like after I heard it, I'm like, okay, yeah, the more posh places do that. So it's like you're already full with your plate is already filled. So it's kind of working on your mind because you started with the salads before you got to find out what is there. And then you're now adding. So yeah, I guess that kind of helps in a way. So, and it's almost in line with what you're saying of having the bigger salads.
I'll be more observant now.
You
That's
should.
Interesting.
Maybe they lied to me, but
But it's possible.
it's possible, right? Yeah. I observed it twice. I was like, oh, interesting to note.
They're expensive people. They can pay the psychologist.
Exactly. Yeah, like how do we go about? I guess it also saves money for them because salads are cheaper than, right?
Yeah.
Than meat. Yeah, salads are cheaper than meat, so it's a win for them in the from the business point of view.
I think I should open a restaurant.
You have so many. You get an idea every single time people have conversation with you. Yes. It is. So looking at how you've been able to do your weight loss as a coach, you've managed to actually lose weight. You said you've gone you've gone beyond what you actually envisioned. And I'm wondering, have you learned anything during this process that helps you with staying consistent in other avenues, other ways of your life besides just the actual weight loss journey or the dieting and the exercise? Are there other ways that what you have learned you've been able to apply in your many other hats you wear? I know you wear so many hats. You are a counselor. So the consistency. I'm wondering if there are any transferable skills or insights you've gotten.
The biggest lessons that I have learned through my weight loss journey are financial lessons. Through my weight loss journey, I have found myself, I don't know if I can say making or multiplying more money. I'm able to save more money. I'm able to invest my money in, places that like long-term investments, short-term investments. Before, I wasn't the best person with money. I didn't really believe, I used to save, but just like, no more saving, piggy bank, 1 to 100 day challenges. But from seeing how my efforts with weight loss have compounded and given me results, I've been able to understand the principle of compounding. I used to have difficulties understanding money. That was the most difficult topic for me.
For a lot of us, actually. Yeah.
So now, because I have weight loss and fitness to look at, like, I started from here with all these issues and all this weight, but because I've been taking 30 minutes to jog, those 30 minutes probably don't even feel like a lot, but at the end of it, I'm seeing the results. So that made me start saving. Like, okay, if I save even just a small amount of money every day, so I cultivated a habit of saving every single day. And through that, I've been able to do things that I'm like, me?
Yeah, like how did I do that? Even you are shocked.
Things.
You're a big person now, clearly.
I'm not ready.
Big people. That's really nice to know. Any other insights you have for us? Anything else? Anything you wish I had asked in this conversation that is important that you think somebody listening would benefit from?
You can only get better when you start to love yourself. And when I talk about self-love, I'm not talking about going to the spa or having a skincare routine. I'm talking about loving yourself enough to be disciplined. Discipline is also a form of self-love because you are investing in your future self. So with all things, you have to love yourself where you are now. So I started to love myself at 87 kgs.
Yeah.
And told myself I'm going to get this I love this 87 kg body and I'm going to get it to 65 because I love it. And because I love it, I'm going to stress it until it does what I want it to do. Wow. So love yourself enough to put yourself through pain that's going to pay off later.
Wow. That's actually that's so wise.
I feel like I've just, hey guys.
You're powerful,
Wisdom will kill me one day.
It will. It actually will. I was thinking of asking something and I've lost my train of thought. Your wisdom just confused me. I swear your wisdom confused me. I hope you're going to cut that out. Like I really had something in mind. Anyway, how many more minutes? Okay, so that's very, very insightful. And if somebody's out there listening to you and saying, okay, she just has so much to give and they want to tap into that, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so my socials, Namatama Lubinda, Tama Lubinda. Wherever you just see Namatama, mental health, when you just type in my name, something mental health will come. I don't think we are many Namatama Lubinda.
Nah.
Maybe the other ones are doing other things. Also, my number is 0777 003 153. So if you would like to join the weight loss, like my weight loss program is actually very affordable. And that was the point. Like I wanted to give Zambians an affordable option.
We have no excuse now.
Yes. So for 100 kwacha, you have unlimited coaching. You get a weight loss guide and you get a meal plan. And also you get mental health coaching.
Yeah.
Yes, because
that is very important.
Yes. So every day we do an exercise that helps to improve our mental health as well in just 100 kwacha.
That really sounds like a bargain. And thank you for doing that, because I know it takes a lot to take from your time and your effort, your mental bundles to actually pour into other people. I'm so happy that you're doing this and making a change in people's lives.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having spare the time to come here.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. So yeah, that was Namatama Lubinda. Shared so much information on how she's able to stay consistent in her weight loss journey, how she's able to portion her foods in order to achieve the goals that she actually wants to do. Her socials will be shared on the podcast description, show notes. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining me till the very end. In the world of behavioral science, every ending is just the beginning of something new. Please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and stay tuned for more adventures in behavioral science as we continue our journey towards a healthier, more informed decision making. Until then, stay curious, stay vigilant, stay healthy. This is Tabo Lukato Hadonka signing off from Reclamation.